The Apple Macs are where most of our work for A2 Media was completed, on various websites and programs on the computers. Between us, we used a Mac computer each, and at times when we needed, we brought Mac laptops home with us to do our work outside of school. The computers allowed us to create a website to display all of our work, create the trailer for this year's coursework, and in general was easy and simple to use because of our experience with them last year. They have enough processing power and RAM that enabled us to run programs such as Premiere Pro and After Effects, which was invaluable to us as it meant these programs ran smoothly without lag or unresponsiveness. This year didn't pose as much as a learning curve as last year because we had already used most of the programs available to us before and were comfortable with them. The only program that required a lot of learning was After Effects due to the micromanagement that is needed to create a professional looking animation. The array of USB ports as well as the SD card slot meant that files could be easily transferred onto Macs, allowing us to work quickly and effectively. The Nikon D3100 was the camera we used to shoot all the shots within our trailer, which we found to be of a good standard. In the lighting conditions we used to shoot in throughout our trailer, the camera excelled and gave us clear and concise shots. The camera was useful as it allowed us flexibility with the focus of the shot due to it having the option of manual and automatic focus, of which manual was used for the most part. It also helped us with some shots where we zoomed in with the camera to focus on a certain subject. This was of use to us as it meant we were able to experiment with our work and see what shots looked best. The most important feature of the camera was used throughout the process was the built-in screen, as this allowed us to see what the camera was filming in live time. As well as this, it meant we could review the filming instantly by going through the files stored on the SD card. The camera comes with a screw-in slot on its base so it can be attached to a tripod which we use when filming. This was because some shots needed to be still and at a certain height, which is what the tripod was useful for. This meant we could include still shots and high-angle shots in our trailer. The camera takes a standard SD card, which meant that once we had finished filming, the transfer of files was easy, as all you needed to do was insert the SD card into the side of the Mac computers we used. Premiere Pro was the most important program that we used in this process, as the program allowed us to create our horror film trailer. It enabled us to cut and order the clips we had filmed, change the brightness and contrast, add sounds, speed up and slow down clips, use transitions such as dip to blacks and exponential fades. Premiere Pro was useful in being able to display the clips in the window when editing, which meant that lots of different editing techniques were used. The easy drag and drop system meant that implementing imported clips and ordering them correctly was a breeze. As well as this, Premiere Pro lets you cut clips easily so that the clips can be as crisp as possible. Compared to alternative programs such as iMovie or Windows Movie Maker, Premiere Pro is far superior and extremely broader in different editing styles and sound manipulations that can be used. Premiere Pro was a challenge to get to know some of the more advanced tools, as we had never edited anything in this way before. However, last year's experience combined with tutorials online meant that it was fairly easy to get to grips with the software. After Effects is the program we used to create the titles in our trailer, of which none of us had never used before. It was difficult to get to grips with as the process of creating a flickering text and flash effect took a long time, but after watching and following tutorials online, the process became simpler and we were able to produce subtle yet effective titles for our trailer. Other tools we used, such as the scale tool and the directional blur tool, to generate the titles. These took time to perfect, as if you randomly place these effects, the titles themselves will look unprofessional, as I first experienced. Although it was a long process to learn how to use the software, using it paid off as we were able to create animations for our titles rather than just text on a screen. The reason we didn't edit our whole trailer in After Effects is that inserting lengthy high-resolution clips into this program can cause a huge lag and is very time-consuming. Photoshop CS6 was the program we used to create the poster for our trailer, so that the promotion package for our trailer would be the trailer itself, a poster, and a website. We had used the program last year for most of the year when we were constructing our front page and contents pages for our music magazines. This meant that we already knew how to use the software well, so there wasn't much we needed to learn to be able to create a professional poster. YouTube was the hub for most of the videos we created during this year's coursework. As the leading video sharing website, it was an easy decision to use YouTube. As well as this, it is an easy website to use for uploading videos, and we have both had experience in the past using this program. The website also doesn't take too long to process and publish videos, which was useful as it meant less time was wasted waiting around for videos to upload. Vimeo is another video sharing website we use to upload videos for our coursework. The main reason we use Vimeo was because in school we couldn't upload videos to YouTube, as it blocks this from happening, which Vimeo doesn't. Vimeo is easy to use like YouTube, but the uploading process took longer than YouTube, which proved to be frustrating at times. QuickTime Player is a program that we use to film the screen on the Apple Macs so that we could show the construction of some of this year's work in a video. This meant that we didn't have to use a camera to film the screen, which would have been difficult due to the space tripods can take up, as well as the glare on the screen that sometimes shows up. QuickTime Player was easy to use as we have had experience in the past using this piece of software when we were constructing parts of our coursework last year, which meant we were familiar with the program. Wix was the online tool we used to post all of our work for A2 Media. The interface was easy to use and allowed us to fully customize each page we created, meaning a lot of scope for creativity. The tool meant we were able to embed videos from websites such as YouTube and Vimeo, insert pictures into pre-made animated galleries, and input sound clips. Wix is a much easier and better functioning website to use compared to Blogger, for instance, as it allows for so much creative freedom, and because we used Wix for our coursework last year, there wasn't a lot we didn't already know. However, there are a lot more features that we use to display our work in more exciting ways, as we both seem to explore the website more and implemented lots of videos and image animations.